R3546, State of Texas versus Larry Casillas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Thanks to the state of Texas.
Defense?
Elizabeth Russell for Larry Casillas.
Are you Larry Casillas? Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your attorney?
I have reviewed.
I'm sorry, with your client.
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Um,
That appears to be a yes.
that's it. We're proceeding on count one.
All right, there's only one count in the indictment.
Yes.
All right. Showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged pregnant person? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm looking at this plea bargain agreement. And there's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Stephanie Ortiz.
That's her by her request, Judge.
I'm
We
not
filed an
following, I'm not going to follow that.
Even though that's her request.
No, I mean, no, even though it's a request, according to what I'm about to receive, he is a person who is hitting on, not in a loving manner, a pregnant person. I mean, was she pregnant at the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if, you know,
She's
I-
requesting, and I'm sorry, Judge, may I speak?
sure.
She's requesting it for her convenience. They've been doing custody exchanges for the last almost a year through a third-party person, and it's her request. She reached out to me, filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution and requested that. So
I'm not following that. So if you all want to withdraw your plea now, you can, but I am not doing a no harmful or injurious contact for somebody who's accused, and I haven't read the, the steps yet, who's accused of hitting a pregnant person.
that's fine, Judge. They're no longer in a relationship. The only relationship is for the benefit of their children. He has no interest in communicating with her beyond that.
All right, so I'm not going to follow that. So y'all have a choice. Either you can go to jury trial or either you all can change that part of your plea bargain agreement.
We're proceeding with the no contact, Judge.
All right, if you all want to change that. Court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we would just request that you follow the agreement between the state and defense. Mr. Casillas is wanting to move forward in a direction that's appropriate for his children. He understands what went wrong and he wants to take full responsibility for that. And he has had no issues since the arrest on this date, and they have been successfully co-parenting since that time. There was a CPS case, Judge, that was closed out for no finding.
All right, how old are you?
21, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
2, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
1 year and 6 months.
1 year and what?
1 year and 6 months.
Are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
I work at Amazon at facility warehouse.
All right, so why do you keep hitting on Stephanie Ortiz? At one point, I'm assuming you loved her because you have children with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why do you keep hitting on her?
It was just me not being in the right state of mind, me letting my feelings get to myself and not just thinking right and thinking straight.
That makes no sense to me.
Your Honor, it was just my fault. I just let my feelings get to myself, let her get in my head and
Let what?
let her get in my head, and I just reacted in a wrongful way.
No, but I mean, you're up here hitting someone. Honestly, I don't even know why I should follow this plea, but your attorney is telling me that she's filed a affidavit of non-prosecution. But according to this, she was pregnant and she was going to be induced that day, and you decided to put your hands on her. I don't understand how is she getting in your head that you would be hitting a pregnant woman who's about to deliver your child.
No, Your Honor, what that day was in the day we were supposed to get induced. But I believe the hitting was before that. So it was just the marks that had came about.
But you still hit her while she was pregnant
Yes.
and she was close to her due date.
Yes.
Not that it's appropriate to hit anyone anyway,
No, it's not, Your Honor.
but obviously she was pregnant. And what she's saying in this documentation, I want you to tell you the reason why I'm saying no contact,
Yes, Your Honor.
because what she's saying in this police report is this is not the first time that you've been abusive to her. And the police took photos and she had bruising and swelling to the eye along with busted vessels in her eye. That's what you did. So the two children you have, is this a boy and a girl or two boys or two girls?
Girl and
All right. So what's your daughter's name? Sarabella.
she's a year and 7 months.
All right. So she's a year and 7 months. I guarantee you she knows that you've been abusive to her mom. Do you love your daughter?
I love her with all my heart.
With all your heart? Would you do anything for her?
I would, Your Honor.
I used to do CPS cases and parents would tell me I will walk through fire for my children.
Yes, Your Honor.
They would say that because they knew nobody had a fire for them to walk through.
Mhm.
But I believe you when you say you love your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
So how would you feel if your daughter became of age and she ends up with somebody like you who hits on her? Would you be okay with that?
I'll be very upset, Your Honor.
And so your daughter is learning what it means to show love is to hit on people, and might makes right.
Your Honor, that's-
You're going to have to change your ways.
yes,
You
Your
are
Honor.
not to have any contact with Stephanie Ortiz. And anybody else you get into a relationship yet, don't let them meet your publicist. Let them meet you and tell them, hey, want to let you know, I had this abusive acts in my background,
Yes, Your Honor.
because then they can make an informed decision about whether or not they want to date you. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's to be no contact with Stephanie Ortiz. There's to be the BIPP course, parenting classes, that can be with rainbows. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived once he completes parenting classes. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive, Your Honor.
And what are you going to be positive for?
I mean, no, negative, Your Honor.
Negative? Okay. So you haven't used anything.
No,
I think Amazon drug tests, do
yes,
they
yes,
not?
Amazon drugs, yes, Your Honor.
All right, there's to be regular UAs. I'm going to want field visits one time every 3 months. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
You already did mention the regular.
Yes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 6552W, State of Texas versus Pedro Montamorus. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Jim Oltensdorf for Pedro Montamorus.
And are you Mr. Montamorus? All right, you entered a plea to the offense of robbery on July 31st. It was scheduled for a PSI and TAP evaluation. And then there was a DDRF evaluation that we were waiting the results on. According to your original plea bargain agreement, you applied for deferred adjudication. The state was requesting that your punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison, and they were silent on your application. I've just been informed by both parties that you wish to withdraw your application for deferred adjudication. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, that nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, make sure you keep your voice up. You can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for the record, please.
Pedro Montamorus.
All right, Mr. Montamorus, you understand that your original plea bargain agreement was for the state to remain silent on your application?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking that your application for deferred adjudication or probation be withdrawn?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you discussed the withdrawing of that application with your attorney?
Yes.
And there's a new offer that has been tendered to the court. Is that correct, state and defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And state, would you like to offer into evidence the new plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers, State's Exhibit 1. Sorry, it's 2. Yes, ma'am, sorry.
Any objection?
No objections.
All right. All right, Mr. Montamorus, I'm going to show you what's the entitled the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the new plea bargain agreement, which the court does not have to follow, you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
The court can go with your original agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
But according to this new agreement, you're asking that your punishment be assessed at a cap of 5 years, and the state will remain silent. All other conditions are to remain. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
state.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have both party any questions? I'm sorry, for Mr. Montamorus?
Yes, Your Honor, may I?
Yes.
Pedro, you've heard everything here today, and we've talked before we came up, and you've expressed to me that I guess in your words, you just want to get this over with as well as you can. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you and I worked with the state a little.
We are switching gears from Larry to Pedro, but the energy is exactly the same. Judge Boyd is about to go full therapist mode, but don't be fooled. This is an interrogation disguised as concern. She's reading his rap sheet, and she sees the pattern: mental health, drugs, and homelessness. She is literally mapping out his future if he chooses the easy way out. This is the part of the video where you realize she is fighting for these guys harder than they are fighting for themselves.
A bit about kind of pulling all that back to now it's a cap of 5. You understand that means a judge can go anywhere from 2 to 5. And I explained there's no promises made by me or by Mr. Wilkins over here about what the judge will do. I was going to tell her a couple of things that I know about her, about you, excuse me. Tell her some things that I've found out about you that I think are in your favor, but I'm going to give you a chance briefly. Is there, what's your family situation like? Are you raising children? Give the judge a little bit of background so she can know a little bit about what to do.
I'm not married. I have children, yes, but I rarely get to see them.
Okay. When you were working, what kind of work do you do?
I was doing residential and commercial plumbing.
Plumbing?
Yeah.
When you were arrested, around the time you were arrested, and it's been a while now, were you engaged in that working kind of on a steady basis?
Not at that moment.
Okay. Do you have a chance when you're released from jail? It sounds like a skilled job. Is it? Is
Yes.
plumbing something that requires training?
Yes.
How long has you been doing the plumbing before you?
Yeah, I was doing it under the table. I was working for my friend named Miguel. I've been doing it for like a good 2-3 years on and off.
Okay. So did that involve installing things or were you just digging a hole? Or? Okay. It's pretty hard work,
Yeah.
correct? But you were learning about.
Yeah, at the same
being-
time I was learning. Yeah.
All right, you all got to make sure that it's one at a time. And I'm sorry, you're going to have to speak up. The court reporter won't be able to hear you.
You were, the judge just said, when I talk, you stop, and I'll do the same thing. So you, by doing the digging to get the work going, you also stayed around, I assume, and observed someone that was a master plumber, right? Doing the work, right?
Yes.
And you were learning from that, I assume, correct?
Yes, sir.
So eventually you would be able to move up the ladder and do the kinds of things that you'd already observed him doing.
Yes, sir.
Did you assist him in those other jobs as well as digging?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, so why did you commit this crime?
I really don't have an answer for that.
So when's the last time you were treated for your mental health issues?
I believe it was in 2016, I think.
So it appears from looking at your history, none of it is violent offenses, but you have issues. Your issue is your mental health evaluation, which is bipolar and schizophrenia. And then we have you doing a lot of drugs, meth, Xanax, and heroin. So when's the last time you used heroin before you were taken into custody?
It was the day before I was locked up. I got locked up, yeah.
Okay.
When I got locked up, I was on Xanax.
Okay. And then I'm reading the report that your mother doesn't want you in the home, so you have no place to stay. So basically what you're asking me to do is, I'm assuming you're going to ask me to send you to prison for the minimum, which would be 2 years. And then because you want to get everything over with, and then you're going to come out, you're still going to have your mental health issues that you're not being treated for. You're still going to be homeless because you're not going to have employment when you get out of prison. And we're going to be right back where we are now, which is you committing a crime and you come in before another judge, only this time you're going to be a repeater. So here's what I can do. You can either do 5 years in prison. That's what I would give you. Or either I will give you deferred adjudication. On deferred adjudication, we'll get you some help for your mental health issues and for your drug issues. But what I can tell you is, one, you're not a gang member, according to the report that I've received. What I can tell you is when you leave the prison, if you decide to go through the easy route, which is go to prison and do your time, maybe they'll let you out in 2 years, who knows? But when you get out, you're going to think you have your life together. But prison normally is not a place where people get their life together.
Okay, pause. That was the ultimate "are you sure" moment. Judge Boyd just laid out two completely different futures for Pedro: 5 years in a cell with no treatment, or deferred adjudication with a chance to actually fix his life. This is the fork in the road. And notice, she didn't let his attorney answer for him. She put the decision directly on his shoulders. This is accountability at its finest. Which would you choose if you were standing in his shoes?
You're still going to have mental health issues. You're still going to have no place to stay. And the last time you use may be the last time you use, in which case your mom may end up reading about somebody on the news or seeing somebody on the news and having to go identify your body. So you have a choice. If you want prison, I will send you to prison for 5 years. If you want deferred adjudication, I will give you deferred adjudication. The state is silent. But Deputy Laura always says probation in this court is not easy. So which would you prefer, prison or probation?
Will I get help in probation? Like, they're gonna help me with
You'll probably be going to SafeP or inpatient treatment to begin with, because there's a waiting list in felony drug court, but I will refer you to felony drug court because they have a dual diagnosis that can help you with your mental health issues and also help you with housing and employment. Or you can do prison.
I'll take the probation.
All right. So how old are your children?
My oldest is 12. My two youngest are 7, and one of them passed away. So,
all right. So hopefully you can get your life together where you can be in their life. But right now you got to work on you. You understand? All right. So I'm going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. This is the run concurrent with 710670. Take in consideration the following: 2023 CR 3373, 710671. There's to be no contact with the following: Tiffany with an I, Aries, AYRES, Wayne McClintock, Eskiel. I know I'm mispronouncing that. That's ESEQUIEL, Rivas. The Best Western at 6855 Northwest Loop 410 78238. There's a $500 fine that will be probated. I'm going to do a referral to felony drug court. And we're going to do safe P. And he's to remain in custody. Going to do 250 hours of community service restitution. Going to order parenting classes. If he successfully completes parenting classes, then 100 hours will be waived. How far did you go in school?
I just made it to ninth.
All right, why did you drop out at ninth?
I had issues with somebody in the same.
I'm sorry, what?
I had issues with somebody in the same school.
What did he say?
Inside the school, he had issues with someone inside
Okay.
the school.
All right. The remaining 150 hours will be waived if he obtains his GED or goes to some type of trade school and completes it. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. The UA hotline, 90 sober meetings in 90 days upon release. Field visits, 1 time per month until further notice. Proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So if you start doing well and your children want to have contact with you, it'll have to start off with supervised contact. You understand?
Yes.
Okay,
Can I ask you something?
sure.
Well, why does it have to be supervised if nothing? It had nothing to do with my children.
I'm sorry, what?
If the case had nothing to do with my children, why does it have to be supervised?
All right, the best way I
I'm
can,
just asking.
no, and I appreciate that. Let me give you an example. Do you love your children
Yeah, I do.
and you would do anything for them
Yes,
and you want them protected?
yes.
All right. So let's say that you need a babysitter for your children. Okay.
Mhm.
And somebody recommends me to you to babysit your children. And you say, great, her credentials are great. My friends say she's a great babysitter, but you say, it's my children. I still want to test her out. So you have me come to your house to babysit your children. First day, everything goes well. Second day, you say, you know what? I'm going to set up cameras to make sure everything's going well. And I'm going to go to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store, you watch what's happening on your house on camera. I'm great, right?
Mhm.
And then your children love me. So you say, your probationary period is over. I want to hire you as a babysitter. And your children are so ecstatic because I'm the Black Mary Poppins. Everybody loves me. So as I'm leaving to walk out the door, I'm happy. I'm like, let me just tell you something that you don't know about me. And I say, I'm bipolar and schizophrenic. I'm not on my medications. And before I came here to babysit your children, I used heroin and Xanax. Do you still hire me? Will you let me around your children without being supervised?
I understand.
That's why. All right, probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Montamorus, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, you can go off the record. So in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. Talk to your probation officer. If you feel there is something that they're not addressing, you can always come back to the court and we'll address it here. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
From here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself a question. Is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for 20 years? If the answer is no, don't do it. If it's maybe, don't do it. And in this court, I take reporting very seriously. So you need to always report to your probation officer. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Quick recap. Larry Casillas wanted a plea deal with no contact, but Judge Boyd refused. because abuse has no expiration date. Then Pedro Montamorus got a choice, prison or probation with real help. She gave him a road map out of addiction and homelessness. Judge Boyd, tough, fair, and always watching. What's your verdict? Drop it in the comments.